We have one Mr. Mike Donehey in with us.
What's happening?
You know him from the 10th Avenue North days. And so I want to do a little thing called linkage with you. I'm going to give you three things. You tell me what they have in common, okay? So here we go. What do you, Mike Donehey, Van Halen lead singer David Lee Roth, and David Crowder have in common?
Oh, my. I have no idea.
You're all quitters. You all left successful bands and followed a new trajectory.
Brave pioneers,
Yes.
quitters, it's all a matter of perspective.
Well, okay, now in all seriousness, though, like when you leave the comfort of a band to go do your own thing, I would imagine that is slightly terrifying. Were there any days that you were in this process and went, "What did I do? Why did I do this?"
Of course, I'm still doing that.
Really? Okay.
I mean, in fairness, I didn't leave the band.
Okay.
This is the true story was I said to the band, "Hey, I need to take a season off because I worked every spring, summer, fall, Christmas for the last 20 years." And I said, I think I'm going to take the fall off. And they all went, "Actually." I said, "What do you mean actually?" Like, we were kind of waiting for this moment because we're all ready to be done.
We're all sick of you.
Oh.
So it was actually kind of beautiful
Really?
because it was just a very mutual. Yeah, everyone was. I mean, we kind of looked at the writing on the wall, and it was like, we're going to have to be doing this many shows for the rest of our life for everyone to have a living. And everyone was like, that was awesome. We loved it, and we're ready to go our other ways. Now, I'm going, should I just keep referring to myself as 10th Avenue North? Because that would be a lot easier for everybody.
Right.
But I said to the band, even though that makes more sense on a notoriety level, I always promised myself that if the band decided to quit, that I wouldn't keep calling myself the band because it's sort of dishonoring to them.
It's kind of that tricky thing because as a principal writer and as the face, the lead singer.
Yeah, and the voice. Sure.
Yeah, when that person leaves, that becomes the synonymous part of what the band is, and that's the identity.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got the bass player going, "Hey, I need to make a living over here too."
Yeah.
Like, it's always harder for the bass player. So I'm sure there was some moments of terror for them as well. You, Kim Kardashian, and any teenage girl. What is the link?
We're all stunningly gorgeous.
Okay, great guess, but no, you all love to shoot close-up selfie videos. I looked at your TikTok, your Instagram.
That's amazing.
96.32% is a up-close selfie video.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that.
And you look great that way, too. So
I mean, I like to be heard. Maybe it's my poor microphoning that I was like, I want to be close so they can hear what I'm saying.
And you don't want to deprive people of this, that look.
Yeah, sure. I decided a while back I was going to try to drop some wisdom on the social medias instead of just look at a picture of me at my show being awesome.
Yeah. You are one of the deepest thinkers I know. I've always said this since I met you.
I have fooled you.
15 years ago, whatever. Like, you literally are that person that, like, you could hand them anything and he's going to make something theologically sound out of this. So I'm watching you kind of reclaim TikTok a little bit because TikTok is a bastion of nonsense. And I get it. And I've been down rabbit holes of TikTok for hours. But then I watched you do some things that actually were like scripturally sound and had meaning. And I think they're really good. Here's what I want to do. I want to test you and see if you remember your own wisdom.
Not a chance.
Because I went through a bunch of these and I was like, this is really great. So here we go. You had a post of a girl who at a Q&A asked, how do I get more followers on social media? Do you remember what you said?
I said, how many social media followers do you have?
Yep.
To which she probably said something like 300-ish.
Yep.
And then I said, wow, you're crushing Jesus. Way to go. And my thought is, I've told this to a lot of kids, that's why I remember this one, is you probably already have more social media followers than you can actually serve.
I loved it because you were like, you flipped the script. You're like, social media shouldn't be about self-service. It should be about serving others. And if you are doing that, then you, even with 300 followers, you can't do that. So don't worry about adding a million more to it,
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
That's like profound. Next time you have 3,000 views on a video, just remember that's a mega church in America, and so that's if you look at it the right way, you can see a lot of profound responsibility in that.
Okay, so here's one you dropped, a little mic drop on TikTok. The prayer of Agar.
Oh, yeah.
The prayer of Agar. Now,
one of my favorites.
I found this like super profound.
I meant to do a follow-up video to this.
Okay.
But basically, I pitted the prayer of Agar versus the prayer of Jabez, because the prayer of Agar is one of the least popular prayers in the Bible, as far as I can tell, because nobody ever quotes
I've never prayed it.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, you tell Betty
Exactly.
because she doesn't read the Bible much.
Stop it.
So, as a woman of faith, you've probably heard Proverbs 31 woman, right? Well, the chapter before in Proverbs 30, there's this prayer of King Agar, and he says, Lord, keep me from becoming poor, lest I curse you. We're like, oh, on board. Love that. Keep me from becoming rich, lest I forget you.
Ding, ding, ding.
I just don't know anyone who's going, God, don't let me get rich.
True.
And it's, of course, ironic because a king is praying that. He is rich comparatively. But King Agar says, but there's a point I know in my heart that if I get to this point, I'm going to be tempted to forget God.
Oh, and see, that resonated with me because money's always been my security blanket. And so I know, and this is why I know I don't even really play the lottery, because I know God's never going to let me win, because it will be like, because I can promise him all day I'm going to tithe and stuff, but he knows it's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to spend less time with you. I got my money to worry about, you know?
It's one of those weird things where now I get to a point, and I used to be so jealous of other artists who would succeed more than me, right? Who have bigger shows, make way more money. And my wife has always said to me, have you ever thought that God was keeping you from ruin?
Yeah.
That maybe he's given them a special grace to handle that amount of fame and fortune, but maybe for you, it would destroy our family. Like,
There you go.
And you don't know.
Yeah, that's great. You showed all those rich artists.
Yeah. Well, it might mean that I'm just, more screwed up than they are.
Yeah, probably
They're a little
so.
holier than me.
So here's the deal. I have listened to some of the things you've done on TikTok where you would take a topic and you would kind of wax philosophical about it or theological. And what I've done is I've got a cup in front of you and it has some random words. What I want you to do is pull a random word and then make a mic drop, one of your patented mic drops, which is something theologically sound from this. You ready?
It has to be a minute long.
It has 1 minute long.
You know
Let's
what?
go.
I'll time you.
Well, I got my watch too. So.
Okay, he's a runner. He wants
All
to
right,
show you that.
let's go for it.
Pull
He's
one,
a track
just pull
star.
one out
Okay, here
and
we
tell
go.
us what it is.
The word is
What's the word?
Preparation H.
All right, well, you got 1 minute. Let's see what you got, Mike.
Ready?
Drop it. Give him a second to think, because this is a
Okay.
tough one.
Preparation H.
That's not
Yeah.
something they covered in the Bible, I don't think.
But if anyone can do this,
Yeah,
I know it's
yeah.
Mike. I
He can
know
make
it's
something
Mike.
spiritual out of anything.
Okay, Mike's ready to go. All right, time
All right,
him.
Go.
I don't know if you've ever suffered from pain down there. But you're headed to the store for some Preparation H. And the problem is, Preparation H merely deals with the symptom, not the root cause.
Oh.
And so a lot of times we're just trying to put ointment on wounds when really our wounds are speaking to something deeper, something we needed to get to the core of. So maybe instead of going to CVS for Preparation H, you need to go back to Kroger and rethink what you're putting in your body to begin with.
That is
Wow.
amazing.
It also sounds like you're speaking from experience.